Hi, Linda Bowen here from StampingWithLinda.com, your cardiologist since 1997, helping you create cards from the heart. Today is a tip and technique video, and I'm going to be showcasing the soft Seedlings Stamp Set and our new masking paper. This video is being done for my blog hop. Fall is in the air with my team, and the soft Seedlings Stamp Set is also the stamp set I'm featuring as my customer appreciation stamp set this month. So if you spend a $30 purchase in my online store and use my hostess code, you will get an exclusive tutorial done with this stamp set. This card that I'm doing today is not part of that tutorial. So let's go ahead and get started. I have Very Vanilla and Cajun Craze as my color choices, and I am just going to take the masking paper and I am going to rip the edge just randomly to get a rough edge to it. And on the other side. Now the masking paper can be used with several different techniques. I'm choosing to use it with sponging and stamping. So we're going to set those scraps aside and we are going to pull off the backing paper. Now I think that is a little bit wider than what I wanted, so I'm just going to rip a little more off. Now you can use the masking paper several different times. I made several cards with my first try with this paper. I'm going to bring in a small piece of grit paper, put my Very Vanilla down, and I'm going to just put that masking at an angle like so. Going to grab my pumpkin pie ink pad and my blending brush. Now I just want a soft look, so I'm going to start off my paper with that blending brush. I'm moving it close to that masking paper because I want to make sure that I have that shadow of the pumpkin pie. I don't want it to be dark, and I do want the vanilla to kind of show through. Remember, this tips and techniques is part of my team blog hop, so you want to head over to StampingWithLinda.com so you can check out what the other girls are doing for fall. I'm going to bring in that seedling stamp. I'm stamping it in pumpkin pie, which is my lighter color. I'm going to go in and use my soft succulent ink pad with just a sponge dauber, and I'm going to go in and ink the little seedlings and the stem. Oops, almost forgot. I'm going to grab my Cajun Craze ink and I'm going to add some Cajun Craze right over top of that pumpkin pie. Remember, I want to use my lighter color first. That's why I stamped it in the pumpkin pie, so that I've got a variety of color on that solid stamp. Now, I highly suggest getting your cleaning pad and clean your stamp in between so that you don't muddy up your ink pads. Again, going in with that green. I think I'm going to do the seedlings more green than I did before. Then I'm going to get that Cajun Craze and I'm going to go right in. I'm going to add a little more of the Cajun Craze on this leaf. And I'm going to stamp it up here. Now what is happening is the extra is going on that masking. So it's going to give me a plain spot where that masking is. I've cleaned my stamp, going again into the pumpkin pie, adding my green and my Cajun Craze. This is just a fun technique when you have a solid stamp and you want to add colors. So I think we're going to, let's see, let's put that right about there. There we go. I think we're going to do one more. Again, clean ink and just the top part of that leaf. Right about there. So we've got that. Going to now pull off that masking. The first time you use the masking, you need to pull and be careful because it could rip your paper, depending on what paper you use. This one is coming off nicely. And so what I have now is just where that masking is, a clean spot so that I can stamp. Going to go in Thinking of You. This is from that soft Seedlings Stamp Set. And we're going to stamp that. And we're going to grab our cardstock that I put somewhere. Don't know. Oh, it's underneath there. But I had another one set aside. So I'm going to just take my stamp and seal, add that vanilla to a piece of Cajun Craze, and then onto my card base. And I have already taken and stamped that seedling on a scrap piece of Very Vanilla, and with my paper snips I cut it out. Just going to kind of wrinkle the edges of that leaf so that it gives it some texture. Going to grab a dimensional, put a couple dimensionals on there, and there you have a fun fall card with beautiful autumn leaves. Hope you've enjoyed this tips and techniques with the blending brushes, sponge daubers, and the masking paper. Hope to catch you again real soon. Bye-bye.